All right, you guys. uh, y'all already know who this is. It's the producer for Shop Culture, Nick Jones. I'm here with the ladies. This is their first episode of Shop Culture Supreme. Uh, we got this banner up to let y'all know that March 18th it is going down at the Carco Theater, the Bridging the Gap comedy show. Shop Culture will be in attendance. So yeah, just keep your head on the swivel for that. And without further ado, we'll go ahead and let the ladies introduce themselves and have at it. Let me get this banner off. All right.
Hey, Shop Culture. Um, Welcome. Our first episode, and our hostesses are my Julie girl. That's my Julie girl. And Shantae Cherie, which is Miss Sophisticated Lady. And we're here. We showed up and we gonna show out. So just join us and have some fun with us.
Yes. We need insight, y'all. We need insight.
The first topic we're going to discuss is about a first date. When do you decide it's a first date? What is a first date? And who decides it's a first date? My ladies seem to have some, issues. Okay. My lady seems to have some issues in determining when a first date is. Oh, Lord.
All right,
now, see, I ain't gonna say nothing about that, y'all, but there's people on the side.
What just happened?
But
that's awesome.
these are the first ladies of Shop Culture. So, yeah, they have some issues with first dates. So, what do you guys think? Chime in. What's up, y'all? What's up, ladies?
Well, we were talking about. Okay, so we don't know when the first date happened. So, because it's like, I do photography, and I've had business meetings, and I find out later they thought they were on a date with me, and I thought it was strictly business. So, when in the past. So Barry and I had a photo shoot, and we went to dinner, but it was not a date. But it has happened.
That was not a date.
I never said it was. We don't have to do Monday.
But what I'm saying is, I have business meetings, and then it has came to my attention recently that they thought it was a date. And so I'm thinking, well, what made you think it was a date? Because it's happened several times. And then sometimes you're hanging out with friends. But if you express interest with each other, does that mean you guys had been dating as friends? Or do you have to establish, like, now we're on a date because I'm interested in you?
Right, but does a date always have to be like one-on-one?
Okay, so explain yours.
Okay, so this is my thing. So I'm new to this whole dating thing in 2022, y'all. Like, this is a lot. I don't understand how y'all is even making it. So if we went out, like, right, me and Julie, we go out, we're hanging out, and in my mind, even if there's other people around us, in our space and in our situation, I'm thinking that we're on a date because we're interacting, even though, we might interact around us, our main focus is each other. So is that not a date?
I would think it was a date.
I would think it was a date too.
Especially when you had told them we're going on a date.
Right. If I say we're going on a date, but there just happen to be other people around. This is a valid question. So I am going to really need some feedback on this. But does it just have to be just two people and y'all are just out?
Yeah.
Isn't that what a date is, though?
What are you talking about?
No, but we were in a
Let me-
group setting.
Okay, so that I wouldn't say that was a
That's
date
not a date.
then.
That's
No.
that's
A date is
Even
it's
if
an
they
intimate
were
level
your
type.
person that came with you. So if we're all
No.
in a group and I ask
That's a group
somebody
setting.
to come with me, like you can't be my date in this group setting. Okay, what about a double date or a triple date? There's a group, so now you're not
Usually, when
on a
you're
date.
setting that up, though, the
No wonder y'all
intent
having
is
dates.
the intent is there.
Usually,
Usually,
We got questions.
We
That's
got
a
questions.
serious,
we
valid
don't
question.
know. We were talking about that, and I said, well, how do you know when you're just going somewhere nice with a friend? How do you know when because I don't want, if I'm in a relationship and I go to a business meeting, I don't want to lead anybody on, and I don't want my person to think that I had went out on a date. So it's like, how do you determine?
Oh my God.
I got
Barry's raising his hand in the background, y'all.
Okay.
Okay, you got it.
Barry Krause be asking me
Hey,
questions.
Kristen.
Wait, first of all, okay, when you're trying to say it's a business date, if you're talking about,
Not a
in-
business
I'm
date.
just saying in
Yeah.
general because you said a business date. If you're talking,
Not a business date.
but you said you have to explain to the person, or the person needs to tell you whether or not it's a date or a business date type of thing,
I
right?
wouldn't think you had to clarify.
But if you're going on this so-called, let's just say a luncheon or whatever, and you're talking about other things besides business, how will you expect that person not to take it as something else? Am I right or wrong?
I've already put my example out there plenty times on our show.
Now,
So.
if it's a business date, or you want people to know it's a business date, talk about business.
Intentions need to be set up.
It's
Okay,
that's not always how it's supposed, though.
we met here, remember?
I don't know. Well, hold on. You gonna get we all in kids?
No. So we met here.
Let it
You
happen.
don't need to discuss whether or not it's a business. I would, if we're talking about something that I'm spending, you know what I'm saying? To me, I don't need nobody to tell me that. If I ask you, be like, hey, I'm going to ask you. That's what a grown man does.
And then you said, hey, I'm hungry. Do you mind if we take this?
Yes.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Right? And so it's like not a non-issue. But I've been in that similar setting, and they thought it was a date. Told their friends. I went out with Julie. I went out with this photographer, and they thought it was truly a date.
What man would be like, that's a date? Come on, stop.
But see, that's why you got to make it known what it is that you're doing before you set out.
I thought it was.
So,
I thought that it was very established because
a man would brag that he went just out to eat
with Julie. Yes.
Nowadays,
oh my goodness,
Julie,
that
girl, she that girl is what she telling you.
Oh my God. No, I'm just surprised that a grown, like, to me, you do that maybe with your
That's why we were so confused.
Yeah.
Okay. I would think like an older or somebody, an older gentleman would be tripping about.
Be like,
you know what I'm saying? Going out to.
But it's happened several times.
Nowadays, like we're in a different generation. You know, like nowadays, you really have to clarify everything. Everything has to be specific. Yeah, no, that's a lot. Now I got this lane, the whole. I mean, it's like everything has to be specific, like down to the period. And like in my generation,
that's crazy
all,
though. That is
all
crazy.
the man had to do to show that show the woman that he was interested was to come to the parents' house and like, can I take your daughter out? Well, okay, yes,
you're talking about courting.
And this is what I'm talking about.
That's
It's two totally different times, so us older folks,
But what man would be like, I guess I just don't understand. You saying it's a generational thing? I'm pretty sure these men are older, right? Are they older? Are they the same age? Are they younger?
It's been the same age and older.
Okay, I don't want to say your age. That's,
I don't care. 42.
Okay, well, I'll let you say it. My mother would say, you never asked me.
I don't care. It is what it is.
Okay. But I'm just tripping that a man would be that age or older and couldn't understand the difference between going on a business luncheon or a date. To me, that's a totally two different elements, right?
That's kind of like asking somebody to mind read too.
In college.
Because the reason why I say that is because you cannot nowadays be expected to know what's politically correct.
Is that political?
That's a good one.
Is that really being? I mean, to me, especially like telling your friends that you went on a date with somebody when you know you didn't really ask the person out on a date, right? It's under the impression that you on a business luncheon and you don't know how to separate that. To me, I don't know. That's just kind of a that's really weird to me.
That's the thing, because we were speaking on it. It'd be different if it was a one-off, right? But it wasn't a one-off. Or like now, I've been in a relationship for so long, in long-term relationships. So now this is like the most single I've been. And so we were just talking about it. It's like, okay, if we go out with friends and, go get something to eat, go get lunch, go get dinner, but if there's interest there,
Right.
when
so
does that come? When
friend,
does your
right,
friend
so your
come on a date?
Right. So if I said, okay, we're all going out, and me and Barry is friends, right? And I say, Barry, you should come. You should come with us and hang out. But my focus is him. Of course, I'm going to give y'all attention, but my focus is you. That ain't no date.
As it should be.
Let me ask you a question.
Oh my God. Y'all listen to this, man.
Shante Shorty. Was that your first date at the last event? Were you actually on a date?
Oh, snap.
Hey, that man was dressed for a date, though. He was sharp.
I'm not saying that.
Got him. Let's let her answer the question, y'all.
Since we're talking about first dates, at the last event, were you actually on a date?
Shopkulture Supreme.
It's getting hot in here.
You wanted this.
I would think it was a date, but
I personally did think so. Now, on the other hand,
It's a lot of thinking right
There's
now.
a lot of
My friend did not. Oh yeah. That's a whole nother shot. But he did not see it as a date because we were a part of the group.
I agree with him though.
Okay, but see,
Yes.
Okay, so let me give y'all a little bit of backstory on her right here. Okay, so she is 25 years off the market, right? And now all of a sudden I'm dumped into this ground. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm gonna need some help.
We got you.
I'm gonna need some.
Yes.
Come on and give mama some love, because I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how to navigate this because it is so new. This is. I'm in the fog, y'all. Let me get some light on this situation. And these are real questions.
You got some light. You got some light.
I'm lost.
It's wild out here.
I don't understand this.
we don't even know when we're on a date or not.
I know.
You guys are not. You guys got to meet men that actually ask you, so you know exactly what it is. This is just crazy.
Okay, what's your opinion on it?
Well, we'll let
yes.
yes.
Okay, what's your opinion on it?
Okay, so here's the thing, ladies. One thing that I learned, I was off the market. Well, I was 13 years too long. Okay, anyways. So then so the gentleman that I started dating, which is now my husband, here's the one thing I learned within the time frame that I was single is, you ladies have to put your boundaries on the table in the very beginning.
Yes.
Speak.
And that is something that we women do not do.
Yes.
Because we decide to go with the flow. Okay? At the end of the day, we are the ones that can make the calls. The gentlemen will follow us, and if they really want to be with us, then they're gonna say, "Hey, I want to take you on a date. I want this is you and I," and they will make it clear to you that you have to set your boundaries from the very beginning.
I can accept that because I get asked
Jules.
out, but I just say no. So when I do go out and they think it's a date, I just say no.
So if someone says,
so my boundaries are there, but they are being misled, and I will say, look, I'm not interested in you, but yes, we can get coffee.
So
but I do a lot of networking. So so right now in this space, it's a little bit different. So I will go out, I will network, I will have food or coffee or whatever. But if you don't say to me, like, I want to take you on a date, I'm going to assume we're just homies hanging out.
It is also about terminology too.
Yes, I agree.
Very good.
If you come
That's
to
a
me
gem.
and say, "Look, let's go hang out."
Yeah,
That's what
we're
doing.
We're hanging out.
It's not a date.
Okay.
It's not a date. But if
come
you
to
say
me,
yes,
if you come to me and say, let's go to dinner,
I'm going to
then
think
I'm not gonna think nothing. I'm gonna ask, okay, what comes with dinner and after dinner?
What if
I have no problem saying no.
So that's, like I said, everything needs to be specific. Everything needs to be clarified. You
Like
know what
Jessica
I'm
was
saying?
saying.
And that's
Absolutely.
my point. So if they don't come at me like, I want to take you on a date, I'm going to assume we're just hanging out and
Yeah.
having fellowship.
What if in the event that you guys know you're into each other though? He hasn't
Well, that's
really
my
made that.
point.
He hasn't really made it clear, but he's still like, "Yo, we should go and hang out."
Okay, so
It's not a date. We're just going to hang out, but y'all are feeling each other. So then what? Because then you kind of.
No, okay, so my friend, I said, hey, are we like interested in each other? I don't know. And and so it's like you're trying to figure it out. It's like, maybe we need to go on a date.
I think
So
it's
a date happens
Unspoken
because it
love
was
language.
like you had to take it out to friendship to see if it could. So I called it a date. I don't know what that I was like, can we go on a date? And he was like, okay.
Okay.
And then, but when we went on the
so
date,
now we're dating.
Yes. And then so it was like, okay, so whatever happens because we're on a date.
Yeah, she is so confused. I am so confused. Y'all confusing me. Shit, I can't take it.
Otherwise, we're just hanging out.
Right.
You guys just gotta remember that date, and not whatever happens. You give up the cookie, they're gonna think you're friends with benefits.
No, because I don't. Well, boundaries is not hard.
Am I wrong? Okay, thank you.
I can articulate that.
I'm just like,
I can articulate. I have no problems with boundaries. I have no problem saying no. But what I do have a problem with is having
Coco
an
says we wonder why
idea
they're
of
confused.
something, and they think it's something different.
Right.
I can articulate my words and how I feel and my boundaries and what I might want to put you in a friends with benefit. It ain't his decision, it's my decision.
It's both your
Nor
decisions.
do I have a problem saying you're my friend with benefit.
My Julie girl.
Like, don't get it twisted.
My Julie
Oh, I'm not even to the benefits part. I am so.
Well, speaking of benefits,
Girl.
So we didn't get I don't think I heard the answer. Was you on a date at the last?
I guess not.
no, because they're saying it was no.
Yeah, no.
Okay, but if you're going like, what if we had the same 20 people and everybody was glued up and it was 10 couples? Would that be a date, or is it because there were single people and all mixed? What if it was 10 couples?
Yeah.
Was
Y'all
that
would
a
just
date
be
then?
would just be single people amongst 10 couples. I would
But
assume.
then I'm thinking.
So
Because you didn't make it clear. He didn't make it clear of what y'all were doing. So y'all were just.
I swear to God I did, but I mean,
the body language as well.
Mm-hmm.
The body language as well, because from what I see, you know what I mean?
It looked like a date.
True.
She thought she was on the date.
She said it was, do you want to be my date?
Yeah, and
Oh, well,
you know,
okay.
so
I mean,
it was
but he said it wasn't a date because it was in a group.
my honest.
Can I ask something real quick? So me and my girl, we've been together for. And I've shared this on our show plenty times, but for first time viewers, for Shop Culture Supreme, whatever. Me and my girl, we've been together over a year now. When I asked her to go on to lunch, it wasn't for a date. It was to discuss business. And so we ended up, talking for about 30 minutes, 45 minutes. We ended up there for about 2 hours at the restaurant, but we spent 30, 45 minutes tops talking about what I had intentions on talking to her about. And we got through all of that. And then, the vibe was just natural. The conversation was natural.
Okay.
And so then after, I didn't even ask her for her number. She gave it to me because I had no intentions about her,
Wait, how
at
did
that
you
point.
guys get to talk media if nobody had each other's phone numbers?
Facebook.
Oh,
Facebook
okay.
friends.
Okay.
So that's how we were able. That's how we connected with one another. And so from Facebook messaging and setting it up through there, we met up, had the luncheon or whatever, and then from that point on, we kept in contact. Then she eventually gave me her number, and then we went from there, and then we started dating. Because we were
Is it
we
different to talk on Messenger and then text on phone? Is that different?
I mean, it can be. It depends on the individual, but like me with hold on. With me though, I made my intentions clear.
Okay,
She made her intentions clear.
Right. Okay.
And so
when did it become we're hanging out, getting to know each other, whatever? I don't.
The first time
where we're dating.
The first time we met up, it was just a hangout situation. It wasn't a date.
Right.
So once we started, so before we went out on our first date, we were talking. We were. I didn't ask her on a date until we got to the point where we knew we were interested in one another.
So did you?
So we had to.
Taking you on a date, or you guys knew you were interested, hung out, and it was.
Well, she made her intentions known by telling me I could see us dating. That's what she said to me.
Okay.
And so then I was like, okay. And then it went from there. And then we started to date. Because we made
she was the one that made the decision that you guys were wanting to date by making that statement.
That's how I took it.
Okay.
That's how I took it.
So that first date, when did you know that first date was the first
it was an
date?
actual date.
Like that is when you think about her and you go, our first date. What made that be the first date?
After the conversation and her making it known that she was interested in making that statement, and then make me on my end making it known that let's see what happens.
So it's no more hanging out. It just from there on.
From there on, for us, we started dating.
So basically,
but that's our story though. That's how we came together.
Interest equals date, unless you verbalize that I want to take you on a date.
Right. I need that statement in there. I would like to take you on a date. I need that part in there. Not that it's.
I need that.
No,
so if someone's
saying,
you're
not gonna get it.
No, well then I guess we're all hanging out. So when someone says, "Are you?"
I know it's kind of.
I mean, I guess we just gonna be just
hanging out.
Hang out forever.
So when someone says, "Are you dating?" Technically, no, we just
I don't know I don't know how to respond. Okay,
because you're not going to get that kind of respect and that kind of.
But a date can be on. A date can be on the.
It's your parameters and your boundaries, as Jess was saying. Because for me, we're hanging out unless you specifically say. Because if you're taking me on a date, your intentions are different. I might not be interested in you like that. I will network with you. I would still want you to win. I was still going to support you and give you shout outs. But I'm not romantically or sexually or it's platonic. Any leads unless it's a date. So if I'm going on a date, there's interest. And then from the shop culture, they say it's okay to date multiple people.
Can I read this comment real quick?
Yes, please.
Not to cut y'all off. Coco, what's up? We appreciate you for tuning in.
Thanks, guys, for your comments, though.
Yes.
So Coco says, whoever said set the boundaries up, I believe that was you, was on point. Okay. And if you're not sure where you stand or what kind of meetup this is, simply ask the intention. Going back to what I was saying earlier, you need to make it known, or the man needs to make it known. Y'all need to communicate with each other and understand what it is that you're doing. That's why with me and my chick, it flourished from just me asking her on a lunch, just to come out for lunch to talk business to where we are at now.
And that's what
intentions were.
And that's what we're saying is we're just hanging out unless you specify it's a date.
Yeah,
a date.
I have a question. How much time do we have left?
You got time.
You're good.
Okay, Nick, I want to ask you a question. This is leading up to what I had a conversation earlier.
Okay.
You said your girl, she made the statement to you, "Oh, okay, I think it's time for us to start dating," or I can see
right.
see myself dating.
based on our conversations that we were having, right?
Okay, now say for instance she was like an alpha aggressive female.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and she took you. Okay, she set up the entire date.
Mm-hmm.
The restaurant, the meal. She even ordered for you. I'm just kind of curious. I actually asked this person, like, was there ever a point in that date that you became manly?
Oh yeah, I'm still.
Because, now, how would you not like? I call them alpha aggressive females.
Okay.
Because it's one thing to be alpha, and it's another thing to be aggressive. You put the two together, you got trouble.
Mm-hmm.
But having that aggressive attitude towards a man on the first date, okay, I'm going to say, because I've heard the story, that it kind of has to do with the position that is held in life, or the position that she holds as far as her life goes.
Mm-hmm.
And
a career-oriented
yes.
chick, right.
And I believe that if she could spend that amount of money on a man, that's not the first or second, third or fourth time. You know, like if say for instance, I take Barry out, for instance, and I spend $450 on a meal.
Oof, okay.
But did you guys establish it was a date?
No. Yes, we did. Yes, we did.
Because I'll tell you one thing: if you didn't, I'll ask you. I'm the type of like, what do we? That's a lot of money. What we doing?
But my thing is, where do
You're bringing the dessert.
Which I'm fine with. I want to know what we doing. I'm trying to establish,
for
the foundation.
Alpha aggressive female, like, does she pull out your chair? Do she, open up your car?
I mean, if she wants to pamper me and tend to me, I don't have a problem with that.
Okay.
That doesn't take away from my masculinity. That's a woman that, she's showing me in action, through actions that if she's spending that much money on me and pulling my chair out, she trying to do something. So yeah, we got.
I won't have to agree to disagree with that.
I was gonna say
there's a connection.
Obviously has a different stance.
I mean, I'll be able to reciprocate that, but if this is like just first time,
it's a first date.
Yeah.
First off, she's not telling the story. Okay, me and Carmen were talking. That's how it was.
Okay.
We're having a discussion.
Okay, the truth.
You trying to put me in it like?
I had went out with this lady.
Okay.
And yeah. So she wasn't pulling out the chair. She didn't do nothing like that. Okay.
That was my thing.
Yeah,
though.
she threw that in there because she kept on going back to that. What I was saying was, after a period of time, we always talk about like restaurants. We just talk about stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, yeah, I like certain stuff. I like certain restaurants. I like that. So she went ahead, being nice, right? And she hooked it all up. Now, what surprised me, the only thing that did surprise me was the amount that she spent. I was like, oh, because that's something.
The fact that she ordered for you.
She didn't order for me though. That never came up. This is what happened. I said I like a certain type of steak. That's all she did. She goes, okay.
So she paid attention to what you were saying and made it happen.
I would do the same thing, I think. I think that was what it was. It wasn't like, oh, she's just trying to just order for me.
Now, to me, that sounds like a keeper because she's attentive. It has the potential. I'll say that.
Well,
the potential
issue I have, I think, is because I thought that, I ain't gonna lie, I thought I would like something like that, right? But I was like, wait a minute here. This is starting to go into a stage where, wait, what is my role in all of this? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I wasn't used to that. And I don't know if I liked it per se. And then you have to deal with the fact that, yeah, she's she's well established on a lot of areas. So I'm like, how is this going to work? Because, I'm a business owner too. So it's just like, I already see this as
two alphas.
Yeah. And I'm like, man, I don't know if I like necessarily this. Even at the end of the day, it was kind of got a little weird to me. And,
but at any point, did you feel like she was like, had the idea like, okay, I got you now?
I just thought it was, because I'm about Chester's, and I think as I didn't see it like that. I seen it that she was paying attention, and which was really cool. I think I seen it more as an alpha female, and I don't know if I like it necessarily alpha female because it has to be roles in this, and I have to be the king.
But did you guys communicate enough? Did you guys establish a timeline long enough to communicate that?
But that's what I'm saying. This was a first date. This was like a first official date, and that's where we're having a conversation. We're feeling each other out. Now, some people have phone conversation or texting. I don't necessarily, phone was not really my thing. So this was our initial first date, and it was cool like that we're able to talk. But
how did you guys meet for that to be your first date?
I've been on this for a
So
while.
it was like a friend.
Yeah. Well, no, we never went out. It was more of I met her, on a business association, and so it kind of led to that. We were both in this area now in our lives where she was married for a period of time, went through a divorce. I have my stuff and going on, and so it was we went out, and like I said, I don't know if that's my speed per se.
Can I say something?
Go ahead.
I think that for you, and that's okay. To be real honest with you, so
Okay.
I can completely understand it, but I'm the female version. Okay.
Oh shoot.
I've never been a stay-at-home mom.
Oh,
First
okay.
time in my life. It was hard because I've always had 1-2 jobs.
Mhm.
Always took care of my kids, took care of what I had to do. It was me. Like my money is my money, and I spend it however I want. So
I like
it
that.
was really, really hard to have someone take care of me. So I feel for you, since maybe, and I could be wrong, but I feel like the gesture of her paying for it, the fact that she took like everything that you said into account was amazing. That's great. That's when I say she's a keeper. Because,
I hear that. Yeah.
This is what I think. I think that when you have a woman like that and you guys have really good communication, you guys can build an empire.
I agree.
Okay, and I understand it because I was telling my friend that too, and he was like, "Bro, you're crazy." I'm like, "Well, I get what you're saying," and he said the same thing. And to me, it has to be a little bit more for it. And I don't know if I'm necessarily attracted
I'm more
to.
old school tradition.
You know what I'm saying?
So
I don't know if
that
I'm
would
necessarily.
work for me.
Yeah, I don't know if it was working, and it's nothing wrong, and that's why I was tripping because I like everything else
Somebody
about it.
is for somebody, but not for everybody.
Right.
It's just a period of I don't know if she can turn that off. And you're in a boardroom, but when you come to my house, that's my boardroom. So then we got to understand that. And I don't know.
Yeah.
And when she's talking, I don't know. I hope she ain't watching. But I said, right. But
see,
I don't know if we're gonna have that parameter. And at this point in my life, I'm not fighting nobody for the control of what I like.
There's something abnormal about people who know exactly what they want.
I know what I want.
What are you talking about?
I'm
How's that
not
abnormal?
aggressive.
I'm
with
actually being sarcastic.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
For the sake of
I was like, then I guess I'm abnormal too. I'm like, I know.
When you get a certain age, okay, you then start to think about what you want.
That's true.
But when you get
It's
to that
exposure.
age, it's like me. I'm 52 years old. So at 50, my foundation was already set.
Yeah.
And I just have to tweak some things every now and again, But I don't look at things like, because of my life experiences. And I don't see things like I see things differently. And that's why I was asking you, because I know there is such a double standard between men and women in dating and relationships
There is.
and sexes.
Yes.
So I do understand that, but that's why I asked you. I didn't mean no offense, but at what part of the date?
You basically say you got punked the whole damn day. You weren't the man anymore. I don't know why you're here lying, but yeah, that's fine. That's what you asked me. And I said, well, no, I don't take it like that. I seen it as good gestures. Her gesture was on point.
That's what Coco is saying.
Yeah, her gesture was on point, and I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? I've never had nothing like that before, but in the same token is, I'm a man.
Yeah.
And there's certain things I like as a man, and I don't know, like I said, if you can turn that
It's
off.
not probably a man thing. It's probably a berry thing.
I
Because
think
there's some
men
men
I think-
that like it. What do they call it? A homosexual?
I never heard of that.
Have
So
you
I can
heard
tell
of
you.
it?
A hobosexual?
I
A
think-
man? Wait, a hobo? You know what that is? A homosexual is a dude that just couch surfers from one chick's couch to the next, and she likes, his whole intent is for a woman to take care of him.
I don't know no men like all the men I know are real men that they're taking care. They handle their responsibility and take care of it.
Y'all got any other new words
Exactly.
for me?
Exactly.
Please share.
So somebody like that would thrive on it because she could do what she wants to do, and he would just, mommy, take care of me. And there's men like that.
No.
I got one mom. That's not gonna be the one.
But what I'm saying, that mentality is there. The homosexual. That's the mentality.
That's the chick that's about to be taken for a ride.
And you see
what that
these
do.
well-established women will get someone that may be down in his luck and buy him a new wardrobe, buy him a new car, come stay with me, watch.
Very true, Xavier.
Yeah, but like I said, even
I'm not saying this is
I understand. No, I understand that, but
it's a real thing.
I think most men, especially when you become of age, is you just want somebody to be responsible and pay attention. You know what I'm saying? The rest will take care of it yourself. You know, I just trying to take care of having a woman try to take care of you or try to spoil you in a lot of things. I don't know.
There is nothing wrong with your woman or a woman spoiling you. That's how I would have looked at it. Because I know what I know with me, again, reciprocity is key. Yeah. So whatever she's giving me, I'll be able to give that in return.
Another thing, what do everybody's
I wasn't sure. Are you supposed to put out though as a man when you get that? Are you supposed to give her some? I wasn't sure about
the
that.
dessert. No.
Well, I mean, we're going to talk about dessert. I think we should bring.
That's what I
think we should bring dessert.
That's what I'm gonna say. I didn't have dessert, so you see that? You see how I gave that?
All right, so
come on.
You see how I gave that?
Yeah.
What's your name?
Jessica.
Okay.
We
for the second half of the show, the topic is about sex toys. And we have our very first guest on our very first show, Jess, and she is a pure romance consultant. So since the topic, should I say, is sex toys, we actually got some sex toys. So without further ado, let's welcome Jessica. Yay! All right. What you got for us?
Okay, so we have different types of toys, okay? Here's the one thing, ladies. We were talking about just the day a little bit ago, right? So one of the things on the first day, if you want to get the desserts.
Yeah, bring that in.
You always want to start.
There we go. Perfect.
With a massage, right? See?
Why does it have to
Very nice. You're like, what?
I'm looking at somebody. I'm looking.
Stop it.
Somebody wants to give me a massage. That's what I'll buy whatever you need for the massage. I got that.
Perfect. Okay.
He's ready.
These massage gloves that we carry are freaking amazing because not only are you able to wash yourself with them, exfoliate, they're perfect for massages. And you don't have to put a lot of pressure to it. Like, you go to masseuse and they put tons of pressure using the fingers. You don't require tons of pressure. Okay. So these are really good. Now, it is said that anywhere from 75 to 80% of massages end up in a little bit of extra fun. Yes.
I've said that.
Yes.
I said 150%. Oh, no.
It happens all the time for me. All the time. It happens. You're telling the truth. It happens all the time for me and my chick.
Yeah, I forgot I'm blind. I'm sorry.
But this is why. It's because you are relaxing. And if you are trusting that other person with your body, you're just going to let loose. Okay? So all of these hormones, estrogen, testosterone, everything, it's just oxytocin is just gonna.
She's a godsend. Okay? This woman, guys, amazing woman.
So you're just gonna release and you're gonna enjoy it. Now that's if it's with the right person.
Right.
If it's with that person that you feel like you connect with, and if there is no connection, don't get dessert. It won't be good. It'll be sour. It'll be nasty.
Damn.
So,
I see that green head thing.
So
okay, wait, hold on. Jessica. Yeah, we need more time.
Hilarious.
Or just one touch.
Okay, oh,
Yeah,
we'll get to her. We'll get there. All right.
Okay.
So now-
Okay.
The gray head. She was like, gray head, what is that? Okay.
Ooh, I
This
like
is
it.
for the ladies that want a little bit of extra flavor when the oral play is happening. Okay. 'Cause now, ladies, we all know that we need at least 14 to about 45 minutes
Yes.
Oh, that's too
us to
long.
be ready.
That's too long.
Well,
What did I-
that?
How long?
If you're able. if
Wait,
you're-
this is
Right.
interesting. Hold
How
on.
long?
How long for? Okay, we gotta go round table. We gotta go around now because Jessica's saying 45 minutes
Oh,
for
and
us,
it might
but
be
Julie's like,
longer.
who's us?
Oh.
So
You talking about for women?
For women,
For
us,
women,
we
yes.
women. Okay.
Yes.
Damn,
Because
that's a long time.
It's not
that's
for
that's
everybody.
average.
What
No.
is that?
foreplay
The
for
ladies
45
that get-
minutes?
Yeah, and here's the reason why.
Whew.
Here's the reason why.
Wait, the ladies are disagreeing with you in the comments.
That's why I got this water going.
Most men think well, their brains only go at one single subject. You're thinking straight work.
Yes.
Women, work, babies, kids. How am I going to clean this house? Oh my God, what am I going to do for my business? What am I going to do? Oh my God, my hair, my makeup, all of that is going at once.
That's true.
So men have to help us relax, or our partner. Let me just say, our partner have to help us relax and unwind and start getting rid of those subjects. So it takes 14 at a minimum, and not every lady. Some ladies can get it going.
So
I'm ready to
it's
go. Give her
45
seconds, and I'm good to
minutes
go.
for Wives?
Could be.
It might be 45 minutes for wives.
Coco says 60 seconds.
Oh,
I'm saying.
Coco in the building.
I mean,
Coco said, baby, just get the rose, 60 seconds.
I mean, because if
Now-
you're a wife, you have those
She is
responsibilities.
right though.
But if you're
You are right.
single
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you know what I mean, you
All
are
set.
already like
Yeah.
anticipating
You know,
the dinner, the dessert,
Amazing.
the one-on-one, and it's so. Is it 45 minutes for women in general or like wives? Because I know
For
I used
most
to
women,
be-
I'm not gonna say it's for most women. So these are statistics that have actually been done. Okay, we already
You're right.
did.
Okay.
You're right.
And it
No,
is,
I
right?
agree.
Are you like Googling that?
Yeah, no, you're already right. I agree.
I have a question.
So-
I want to hear what is this?
So okay, so the gray head. This is for the ladies that have a gagging reflex that want to be able to.
Oh, wow.
Is it a numbing?
You should be able to see the men's face.
Hold
You know,
on.
I got teeth. That's why I always smile. You don't worry about that. I don't really
Both of you went, what?
No, I'm interested in the product. Go ahead, keep going.
So yes, this is great to give the oral play flavor, and it's good for gagging, so no nauseous, no teary eyes.
Is it
Yeah.
numbing?
Oh,
You wanna try it?
It relaxes the muscles of the throat, but it doesn't
No, I said you
numb
want
it.
to. Yeah.
But it doesn't numb it, so it does relax the muscles of the throat. Here's one that is super awesome, guys. This one is a Sensations. This one is a warming loop. So if you guys have never used a warming loop, you have to. Okay, warming loop, great for. Can we use big words?
Go ahead.
Yes.
I like
go ahead, yeah.
So it's great for the clitoral, great for the shaft. Now,
Mhm.
if the lady doesn't want to give any oral play because she's done.
She's fired.
out.
No,
She's
no, no,
fired.
no, 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 no,
No, I want to hear this.
You guys,
Hold on, because she don't want to give head. Wait, I want to hear what this alternative
because
is.
this right here, if she's really tired, she's like, I don't, but I want to
Right.
help you.
Right, right,
I
right.
want you to release, right?
Right.
So take this warming loop and with friction, okay, or by blowing on it.
Or
it'll
jacking
keep
off?
going. Yeah.
Oh, hell.
Like-
All right, all right.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I mean,
So-
yes.
No, you said it right. We grow. You said it right.
This is the ladies' edition.
So
Okay.
wait a minute. Okay, say
Get him,
if a guy
Carmen.
felt pleasure. I mean, would he spray it and then just blow on it
Yeah,
himself?
so said
Friction.
60 seconds with the rose.
Friction.
Like, girl, that thing is the bomb. Hell, she sits next to my bed, ready to say go.
Wow.
This is like
It's getting real in here.
so that's what that is.
Okay.
Now there's also our bosom buddy. Our bosom buddy is a tingling balm that you put on the lips, which is great for oral play as well because men can feel this on the penis.
Wow.
And you
Over
put it
your
on the
nipples.
nipples.
On the
Look, I'm
nipples.
like, hey, you put on your
Put it
nipple.
the whole body.
Look.
You can smell that. Yeah.
Oh
So-
my goodness.
Oh, this smells.
I think nipple
good.
play is
I would
underrated
so
too.
put
It
this
is.
on
It
this.
is.
It really is.
Oral play is. I feel like oral play. Not a lot of gentlemen do it because they just want to get to the nitty gritty.
Okay, so
Not
you
me.
gotta do it.
You gotta. No, you know what? I just think.
I'm just saying, not me. I'm all. Hey,
No.
You gotta
separate on that.
You gotta submerge in it.
No.
So
I'm
yes,
scared of it.
foreplay is super, super important.
Okay.
I mean,
I
even
agree.
if you were to have like handcuffs, play with a little bit of that.
Oh.
Use some handcuffs,
Ooh.
do some blindfolds. And
Oh.
use a scarf. I have ladies
What about the straps or the bedpost?
Yeah,
That too?
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, okay.
You got anything to go around
Different.
So what do you use to go around the throat and the neck area?
Hey, if you can find a scarf,
Or a collar or
use a scarf,
something? Okay.
a collar, you can do that. Just anything that's gonna make sure that it's comfortable. Use her hair if her hair is long enough.
Look.
Man, look. she giving the codes right now.
I'm just saying. Now, but here's the thing. You guys have to. What do you guys think? We got you gentlemen here. Toys in the bedroom.
Absolutely.
I'm all for it.
Okay.
Because yeah.
So-
Man, less work I got to do.
In my Hispanic
That's just
culture or the
lazy.
Mexican culture, it's
That's
like no.
Very
Because
cross.
you're telling me
That
my
is
penis
just
isn't good enough.
lazy.
So I gotta let some of the gentlemen know that are my friends. Yes, you gotta make sure that your lady has a toy because there is no way that clitoral play is going to be fulfilled at the same time that he's penetrating. So
I try to
make
tell
sure.
them that. Exactly. So
So,
get a damn toy. It does
Exactly,
all the work.
exactly.
Yeah.
but in my culture, there's a lot. I'm not gonna say all of them because there's a lot of Hispanics or Mexicans that are like, no, they're against toys. So let me show you guys.
I didn't know that. I thought everybody was.
These, I thought it was just
there's
us.
a lot. It's a lot. I don't know if it's like a stigma where
It takes away your manhood?
Yeah,
But
but
Uh,
for them,
got toys though.
huh?
I mean, why would everybody know if you have toys or not? Like,
No one's gonna know. But for the men, a lot of the Hispanic men, their culture is my dick should be good enough.
the control, the alpha,
Yes,
the
yes. And it
okay.
also goes with culture too.
So
What's
it's
that?
the
Culture.
culture.
Very cultured.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
What?
That part I
The
get.
toy is. I mean,
The way
They don't understand it though.
Yes.
A lot of them don't understand it. So yes, make sure that you get a toy because you're not gonna hit the G spot and the
She's
clitoral play at the same time.
Yep.
And plus, it's easier. You ain't gonna get no tendonitis, no purple touch.
That one looks.
So
That wand looks
I'm old.
this is
magical.
a wand.
That's the one.
This is a wand.
Okay,
So
Barry.
this, let's say
That
that.
hurt. That hurt.
Let's say that you have her doggy style, right?
Mhm.
And you don't want to use your hand. The gentleman doesn't want to use the hand.
No.
You can
I
use
got-
this, and this is not
I got
going
carpal
to
tunnel.
interfere with the hand. So make sure that it's long enough. You can also have. There's another one that is
Perfect
smaller.
for missionary too.
Okay.
I
But
think
it's a
doggy.
little bit bigger, so there's smaller ones for missionary because
Mm.
there isn't a bigger reach.
Oh, okay.
So get a smaller one
Okay.
for the missionary.
She's a
Okay.
Messiah. She knows.
So
She does. She's
Yeah.
amazing.
So the ladies that
Oh,
don't know
yeah.
their G spot, you gotta have something that is clitoral plate, and this right here will massage the G spot so that way if you've never actually
Where do
squirted,
you put this stuff?
I need. What's that called? Wait. What's that? Wait. Hold on. It's not. What's that called? What's
this
that?
is called main attraction.
Main attraction.
Babe, I found our next toy, babe.
All right.
No, this is clitoral. This
Yes,
is the clitoris,
yeah.
and this goes inside of the vagina. So imagine vagina.
And it guarantees. Wait. Do you guarantee?
You got to know what you're doing.
You
Babe,
gotta
Yeah.
guarantee. I tell you this much.
this thing is automatic.
And
I'm a
how
percentage guy. I'm a percentage guy. So
So
give me a percentage.
90% of my clients, okay,
It's
and
work?
keep in mind, yes, I had a couple, okay.
after 45
Well, I had a lady that was married for 25 years, didn't even know what a squirt was.
What?
Purchased her first toy, and I said, you know what, you need to get this. And this toy made her squirt.
Listen, I don't mind squirting. I do, however, when you don't have this discussion beforehand, because it can ruin your bed and stuff. So that's my only problem I have with
No. You know
because
what?
you got too much.
This is what
No,
you need to do then. Then you need to get a spray. It's called Between the Sheets, and
It's
Between
the
the
best.
Sheets dries up all of that.
Oh,
And-
Best spray
Daddy.
ever.
Damn.
See? Yep, exactly. And it leaves your sheets
See,
satin
that's my
soft.
girl
Like
right
they leave it fresh, clean.
Everything.
It doesn't smell. It's you just gotta get the good stuff.
Okay, and you guys sell.
Yes, I have it all.
Okay.
Okay. For the G spot, all of us ladies have a different size of a G spot. So if you want something that's gonna be quick, that's gonna help that lady
Oh, you called.
hit the
Look at
G
me.
spot. You
I mean,
were like,
that's
is it
the
gonna guarantee it?
Yeah.
I'm
No,
answering that
I
question.
know.
Make sure that you get the GPS cream because the GPS cream will enlarge the G spot so that way it's
What?
easier
How
to
does it do
hit
that?
it,
What?
and you're able to
It
go
sounds like a
quick.
whole bunch of cheese.
Babe, I
So
found.
amazing
I found.
We got the
Babe, babe, hold on. Babe, if you watching,
I do.
Jess is putting us on right now. I got some stuff for us. Valentine's Day. It's going down. Oh my God.
So this is a toy that you guys can use. It's a control remote.
Wait,
Look at
what?
this. Look,
Ooh, I've heard of that. I've heard of
check this
that.
out. Barry, you gotta look over
Oh,
here.
I'm sorry. Okay,
Look,
sorry,
you gotta look over here.
Okay, what you got for me?
This goes inside the vagina. Okay, this hits the clitoris, so this is the control. You can control her organ.
Oh, I mean, yes, yeah, those are dope.
Okay?
Those are dope.
Waterproof Betty.
Those
Exactly.
are dope.
Butterfly effect. This is another one.
That look
How
lethal.
much is the distance?
They're up to 32 feet.
Oh,
okay,
hell
from-
yeah. So you could be like in the store.
Yeah,
I seen that.
yeah.
Why is it inside when you're going to the store?
Oh,
That's
God.
what makes it
All
fun.
That's, yeah.
That's what makes it.
You gotta, your inner freak, Julie. That's what it is. You gotta.
I don't trust people.
You have not seen the movie The Ugly Truth? You have to watch it.
The Ugly Truth?
The Ugly Truth? You know when they're in the restaurant? She has a panty on. Back in the days in the 90s, I remember the panties,
Wait,
the
do you have,
vibrators.
That
my
was-
question is, do you have
Yeah.
your panties on now? Or does it
If you have really good kegels where you can hold the
Oh,
toy,
they
then
do.
don't wear that.
Jessica is. Yes. Yes.
You feel it.
Yeah.
If your pelvic floor is strong and you're able to hold that, you don't need panties.
Yeah.
But I recommend it for your
Oh,
comfort.
somebody said waterproof Betty too.
There you go. Yeah, that does exist.
Wonder
I
Woman.
had
That's
that
what
in
we
the
talk.
bed, and it
That's
was
what we
warm.
call that,
I was
man.
pissed. That's what I'm saying.
I know.
I don't like
No.
that. I have to be
Always
honest.
get a mattress cover that's waterproof. So that is true.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
But the between the sheets is amazing because it like soaks up everything. It
And
like
it smells amazing.
yeah, it doesn't leave any funky smell, nothing. Okay.
So
I like a little
Shante,
sweat.
you know a lot about this.
A little sweaty smells not
A
that
lot,
bad.
like
Yeah.
enough for
Yeah.
both of us, a lot.
Yeah,
Cause she
yeah.
be going on date dates.
That's
I just
Dick
hey,
dates.
I just hang out with friends. So you know, when you hang out with friends, you don't got the extra.
This one is
stuff.
my
Hey, hold on, guys. We got. I don't want to leave nothing.
But when
What's
you go on
This is
date dates,
my
you
favorite.
have
My
happy
number
endings.
one toy with
That is,
regards to all spots. It hits every single spot. So we're talking G spot, clitoris, and labia. So that's the lips. You guys don't know labia. So the
Wait,
lips
wait,
and
wait.
vagina. So it
So guys don't know what is it?
labia.
Yeah.
The
Okay.
lips.
You know, I didn't know the name.
That's why I said I'm like.
Yeah, you did. Hey, I ain't gonna
So
lie.
everything vibrates, and this the lady can wear it.
Wow.
I do recommend wearing a panty so it stays up there. Unless again your pelvic floor is really strong, then you can go ahead and just hold on to that. Okay.
I
So
didn't
and
know.
again, this is the butterfly effect.
Wow.
You guys want to touch them?
Yeah. Well.
There
Okay.
No, they're demos. No one's used them. Okay?
Oh no, I don't.
The other one is, and this is where the movie The Ugly Truth comes out, is because in The Ugly Truth, these vibrators were inside the panties. Okay. Now you can actually take this vibrator and just put it on any panty, or put it on the jeans. Put it in the jeans. You don't need it. You don't need any panties on this. This will actually hit. This will vibrate inside the vagina. This is the clitoris. Okay, so this is outside.
Yeah, this.
Yes,
Oh.
right here.
Woo.
And the gentleman can have control of it, and this is powerful. So just know it's powerful.
It is.
Okay.
You better huff. Your whole legs.
Have it.
You're not saying I'm just
I'm getting ready.
I'm
I'm getting ready, y'all.
This dude Barry is fucking hilarious, man.
Awesome.
And this is a smaller one. This is a newer toy, which is clitoral for clitoral sensation right here. Okay.
Oh, wait. Okay. The name of that?
Clitoris.
Yes. I mean, that's the name of the toy.
You put it on top of the clitoris.
Yeah, there.
But see, here's the thing.
Mhm.
Anytime that you have a toy for clitoral toy, just because you have one doesn't mean I don't need it anymore. No. Every toy has if it has ridges, if it's flat, it has bumps, it gives you a completely different sensation.
Yes.
Okay.
God, I
Same
didn't know
thing
that.
with vibrators. It's like the condoms back in the 90s. I don't know if they still exist.
I don't know.
So the
I don't know
condoms-
about them.
So the condoms, they came with like bumps, lines,
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah, they had the
So-
Ridges, yeah. Rib
We
women
women
joints.
have nerve endings in the entrance of the vagina, not towards the cervix. And the cervix we have done. So that's where we feel it all.
Mm.
Okay? So everything feels different. We have, literally we have 8,000 nerve endings in the clitoris. We have
Right.
a ton of different nerve endings inside of, we're just full of nerve endings.
And that's
Yes.
why we say y'all.
So, and I'm just, somebody probably going to ask this. When you have sex toys, do men actually buy these sex toys for the ladies, or maybe if they want to?
I've had a couple gentlemen, yeah. I've had a
But
couple
mostly
gentlemen
women
that
that use it.
mostly women. I think a lot of it, the gentleman is the one that gives the input and says, I'm interested in this. And the reason why, so me as a pure romance consultant, I can't directly just sell to couple, like we don't do parties with couples because we don't want there to be like any misunderstandings or any miscommunication and then have it go to corporate and then I get in trouble. I don't want to do that
Well,
because it could be perceived the wrong
Yes.
way.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So as like, okay.
Uh-huh.
So a lot of the women go back, talk to the hubbies, and then the hubbies, you know, they tell them, and then that's how I
you
pretty
come
much
in.
give them the orders. Yeah, that's where I come
Let's
in.
go.
So I would love to do like couple sessions. So if the couple's like, I want to talk to you, just the couple and me, we could do it. Because then I could just.
Do you have a card? Do you
I
have?
do.
Okay,
I
yeah,
do.
I want all that.
we got a link after the show.
She is in the group.
Oh, okay, cool. I didn't know that.
Everything.
I just did the invite the other day.
Oh,
You know
I'm like,
what
I did join. I wanted to see what I was going to get myself into.
You know what? You know what, you guys? We might even have a pure romance party. So
I think we should.
We'll talk about that and we'll get
But
back
yes.
to you. No strippers.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
I got a question in regards to sex
We
toys.
might have
Okay,
to
do
mess-
vibrating cock rings do
Cosette,
anything
you're
for
like
y'all?
my
Huh?
sister in. I'm loving you, girl.
Who?
Cosette.
That's Coco.
She is.
Oh yeah, she said she got a whole freak drawer.
I love her.
We got it. I need. No, I think everybody should have one.
Coco,
I
you do.
think so too. Just because, and here's the biggest thing. I think a lot of the ladies need to get to know their bodies first,
Yes.
so they know
Yes.
exactly what they like and they don't like. And
Right.
here's where, when I was mentioning about the boundaries portion, that also is included in the intimate portion. You have to know what you really like and let the partner know, so that way it can be done. And if the partner doesn't follow through, then shit, you at least got toys.
Because there
you need to have
is-
this conversation and
Yes.
communication because, yeah, I can see it go on bad because I don't want to be boring and not use these.
There's actually women who don't know where the G spot is.
It is very true. There's
Oh.
a lot of women that is, it's very true.
Really?
My personal opinion, I didn't know that even, okay, talking in big words here, porn to me was comedy. I only watched it like 2 or 3 times when I was young. And then as I got older, people were like, did you know you can squirt? And I was like, what is squirting? Like, I didn't even know that was a thing that we could do. I honestly thought maybe there was someone in the back end like squirting water. Like, that's really what I thought. And then I had a talk with my best friend actually, and she was like, no, squirting is a thing. And I was like, well, how the hell do you do that? So yes.
I got a
it
question
takes
too,
time.
but go
Yeah,
ahead. Go ahead.
No, but it does take time. So women, get to know your body. If you don't know what you don't like, your man can't help you. And you can't blame it on the man.
Don't you think that's why masturbation is so important for women?
Yes,
I think.
very
I
much
do think
so.
it's really important. Yes.
Every other day.
Okay.
So,
I'm not bad.
so the question that always comes up in regards to squirting, when fellas is talking and whatnot about the whole phenomenon of squirting, is it pee or is it not? What is
it? A combination.
It is a combination.
Okay.
You'll have, yes, I've seen it a lot. Ladies like, it's not pee.
Thank you.
It is, okay, your pee comes out of the same hole where your orgasms come out.
Right.
Yes, it's 2 in 1.
I find it warm.
I have
It's warm.
I don't mind it at all.
It's warm.
Thanks for the question. But I do have a question for you. What's the difference between coming and having an orgasm?
An orgasm is a sensation.
Yes.
And
Okay.
then
I didn't know that.
the
Yes.
orgasm is a sensation, it's a feel. Now, did you know that we women are able to also ejaculate like men do?
Oh yeah.
But that is
Oh my
something
bad.
that's like
Well, yeah.
top of the line.
Well, you talking about?
I've experienced that. It is-
With big cream, yes.
It's
We are
ma-
able to
Oh,
ejaculate.
It's the macaroni and cheese
Yeah.
sound. That's
Yes,
Cheesy.
You know how you mixing up macaroni and cheese in the bowl? That's what that is. That's what that sound. That's what that.
I don't know. Yeah.
It's-
Yeah.
What is it?
I
Yeah.
think I'm too young for this conversation.
No, you in the right place.
Perfect play.
Yeah, you have your orgasm,
Perfect.
you have your squirt, and then you have your ejaculation. So yes, there is different types of orgasms and
The
sensations and all that.
orgasm makes you
Wait a minute,
scream.
Cosette,
Like it
find
makes
me in the
you
group
like,
and send me a message
yeah,
about
like,
this.
if it's a really good.
This attachment part.
I
Yeah,
thought
I'm-
it was just
What?
I thought it was just pee.
What?
No, we gotta give you.
Yeah.
We gotta give her
Anyway,
information
okay.
on there.
So they also have the best lube I've ever used in my
What kind of lube?
life.
So we have there's different types of lube. So you have your water-based lube.
Water-based.
So so the water-based lube is called Just Like Me, and there's a lot of things. This is going to be great for another segment. There's a lot of things you guys gotta need to know about the lubes. Okay, for example, if it doesn't have a bag inside of the container, you guys need to throw it away within a year, because this is what happens. You're grabbing the lube, you play with it, and then you put it back. You grab some more, you play with some more, right? So you're taking that bacteria, you're taking all of the juices and putting it back on the actual lubricant. Yes, that is nasty. So that what you need to do is actually get rid of that bottle within a year. So I always tell my ladies, write the date that you open it, because it's based on the open, and then a year later you've got to throw it away, because it does not.
For a year? You wouldn't be done with it.
There's some people that they don't finish it within a year. No, like there's some ladies that really don't need lube because they're so wet, so they really don't require a lot of lube. I recommend it because there are micro tears that happen to the actual vagina, so you want to make sure that you use lubrication with toys, or at least with the first penetration of the actual penis. So you got to make sure that you have some sort of lubricant. But what I was saying, the Just Like Me is great, water-based lube, but you got to get rid of it within a year if you don't use it within a year. There are other ones that have a bag inside of it, and it's a sealed bag. That one lasts up to 3 years. So that's better, because bacteria is hardly even going to get in there. You're not giving it any space. So when you're pumping, air's coming out and it stays shut. So there's no bacteria inside of it. Compared to other lubricants, they're open. So anything you touch is going to go inside. The bacteria is going to stay in there. So you gotta be really careful with some of those lubricants. You can't have it for longer than a year. And this is something that you don't get to, okay, when you go to some of those slick shops. So, but then you have silicone based. Silicone based, great for water play. It's thicker. I don't recommend to use it on a daily basis because it's going to throw off your pH balance. Okay, great for anal as well. So yeah, you have silicone, and then you have
So it's good for the anal.
Yeah, silicone base is anal and for toys and water. Okay,
that's good.
And then you have gel hybrid. Gel hybrid is like a combination of those two, and those you can use for all the above.
Does it really help the anal, like, just make it like easier? Because what I hear sometimes.
No, I need answers. Well,
the complaint I've heard is, some people that hurts. You know what I'm saying? So
you need answers to the question. Yeah.
There is. If the ladies are like curious to know and definitely want to be able to enjoy that a bit more, here's a tip for some of the gentlemen. It's not a vagina. Don't pull it out. Okay, once it's in, leave it in. Just move it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So like slowly but surely.
There are men that pull it out and then try to go back in. Yeah.
No, you don't do that.
No.
Because
It doesn't have as much elasticity as
Yeah.
Once you're there, you just stay there.
Yeah,
so you just sometimes you do like the, so you just gotta kind of stay in there.
Because
you gotta like ease your way in.
So it's just kind of the tip.
So once it's in, make sure that it stays in and only like very lightly go in and out. Very lightly.
Okay.
Just like kind of tip.
Yeah, because remember the backstory is so that when things gets flushed out. So when you hit about 2 to 3 inches towards the end, we're gonna want to like tell you to get off. Exactly. So just make sure that once it's in, that you like leave it in there and just enjoy that moment until whatever happens after.
Oh, that's no problem. That's no problem. That's not a problem.
Now,
that's not a problem.
This girl like, hey, he has to shot.
This is great.
I'm just waiting for his girl to come through the door right now.
So that's the best one for anal is the silicone.
And there's what we call a booty ease cream. So the booty ease cream, you put it
I'm sorry.
in the anal area.
I'm immature. I'm sorry.
So yes, or there's an anal trainer kit. Start with small, go to big.
There's a whole kit?
Yes.
Oh shit.
I think that cream. I think that you got the cream there, so we can.
I don't have it here now.
Our audience can see
the booties.
Yeah. The booties, I don't have it here, but yes, it does exist. Yes, I do have it. I do carry it. Yep.
Do vibrating cock rings do anything for y'all?
Yeah, I don't like those. Okay.
So vibrating, yes, it does. Here's the thing: you don't want to use a toy. If you don't want to use a wand or any clitoral toy. The vibrating ring, as long as it is the right one, okay, it will hit our clitoris. So that means we will enjoy it more. But it's also good for the gentleman. I don't know if you guys have ever experienced a C-ring.
Oh, I got one. We haven't used it yet, so
Yeah,
the vibration, you guys will enjoy the vibration. I get that from some of the gentlemen that actually sold to, and they like the actual vibration on it.
You guys actually sell them?
Yes.
Okay.
So they are different. They are good. Plus, for some of the gentlemen that want to last longer, because of course, premature ejaculation does exist.
That's
So
cool.
for the gentlemen that do want to last longer, what it does, it restricts the blood flow from going as fast, so that way you last longer.
It's kind of, yeah.
And it depends on the size of the gentleman. If the gentleman has a little bit of a bigger tummy, you want to get a C-ring that points towards the clitoris, that maybe is a little bit taller, so you don't hide it under the tummy. If you are more fit, then you can get something that is a little bit smaller, so it still hits your partner. Again, it depends on the size of both of the partners.
So you saying it help you last like significantly longer, or just a little bit, or you think?
It depends. I would say, depending on the type of, if the man.
This is why you got an edge. You got an edge. You got to get that stamina.
You have to try things out, but the biggest thing is if you come very quickly, then you want to include a cream, so that way it doesn't numb the tip of the penis. What it does, it actually helps you not feel as much, but it doesn't numb it, so that way you don't come fast.
I'm trying that too.
When you include a cream with the C-ring, trust and believe you're going to last longer. You just have to be able to use. You gotta test it out.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. That's what I'm trying to find. The sensitivity.
Yeah, you still
because it's such a balance of still being sensitive in the on the tip.
You still gotta feel it. The thing is, and that's when you start with the pea size. You don't want to like take the whole freaking thing and shove it all over him. No, you can go just the tip, and then if that still isn't working, then add maybe the shaft. You know what I mean? So it's just a little bit at a time, just to see how the man feels. And again, having that conversation as well with him.
Okay.
If the C-ring does it, just do the C-ring. If it doesn't, it needs a little bit more of a help, then we have the creams. Okay. So, yeah.
That's awesome.
There's a lot.
These were gems. These were jewels. So, I mean, ladies, how are y'all feeling about the episode so far? The information, your guests, like where?
Yes, you are definitely amazing, and we definitely appreciate you coming on, and we definitely are going to have you back.
We gotta have you back.
Yeah,
we don't want to rush this the last one.
So you said we're gonna have a party at Shopkulture. What?
Pure romance party.
Yeah. So we're gonna talk about that. Yes, we're gonna talk about that, and we'll get back to everyone and.
But definitely getting you guys her information.
Yes.
From the links.
Yes.
Thank you for coming. I think you had me on the first one.
Yes.
I think my brain stopped at one. Like I still don't understand it, but whatever. I have to do more date things, and then those will come into play.
I gotta go. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
If you're looking for a pure romance consultant, she is right here. She's also in Shopkulture Live.
Jess Rodriguez. You guys can look me up as Jess Rodriguez. But I will actually comment my private group as well, and then you guys can follow me from there and join my group. So
make sure you put your
I put all my information on there.
Fellas, what's up for tomorrow's show?
We got a few things we're working on.
I don't even know, to be honest with you.
We got a few things. We'll let you all know tomorrow. And that's what we do.
Okay. Well, thank you, Shopkulture Live. Thank you, Nick, for coming in.
No problem.
Barry, we appreciate, you giving us the platform to do, just show up and show out.
You guys did your thing.
Yes, Shantae, Miss Sophisticated Lady. Always. My Julie girl.
Judy Gas.
That's my I so appreciate you, ladies.
Amazing.
Yes,
Everything.
thank you.
You guys make the show. Give us some feedback.
Yes, thank you guys for coming and commenting and interacting.
Yes.
This was really fun.
Yes.
We had a good time.
So show my first lady some love, y'all, and we'll see you in the group tomorrow.
Remember,
Thank
Shop
you,
Culture
guys.
tomorrow,
Culture.
8 o'clock. Y'all know.
Bye, guys.
Mwah.
All right, and we're out.